Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Let's check the sound. Can you hear me? Did you have you heard the sound, the music track? For now, I think we have to check it every time until we really nail the production. Hi Orange. Hi HURV Hui from Sweden. Hello. Hi Sasha. Hi Martin. Hi Matthias. Yeah, we have to be very careful with this music thing, the sound. It's YouTube is very, very strict about this strike. They just switch off the stream. I like the Twitch version of that when they just mute the sound. This one is a little too brutal to my taste, but understandable. It's a good question. How are you all doing? Hi, Igor. 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 So it's almost like we can't use any music, or we have to be very careful about it because once they um, pull out the stream, you can't go back to the same link, so you can't share the link anymore. Also, you might have a strike, and we just starting. So whatever YouTube, it's your preference. I'm sure everyone annoyed by this, so I'm sure soon it will soon change to something else. You know, it's all good until it's like Alan Kay said, right? He said there's this interview. Let's find it. Let's try to find that interview. Alan Kay. I probably will not be able to find it. There's too many. But he said that I thought everyone will be programming their own apps, and that's the future of computing. You know, look at the recent event, Apple event, and just where things going. I think that's definitely going to happen, but in simplest way. Like you don't actually will have to use code, right? But I'm thinking someone will build this. Maybe it already exists, but some kind of platform where you can just build your own tools. Like you build your own streaming service and you do whatever you want with that. So I'm sure it's inevitable. Like this is just this moment in time when they still can. It's like the network providers. They still charge you for the internet, but it's going away soon. Yeah, 100% more drag and drop coding. 100%. So this is, I think we see like last years of this limited use. There's like this new generation that coming. I mean, 16-year-old, 15-year-old, they don't want to use this. This is like ease of use for us who don't get it, but it will be very flexible. Or it can be otherwise because too much limitation. Bubble.io is pretty good. Let's check it out. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, it's coming. Pixel perfect design, you said. That's very cool. You know, I had this friend. He said once. He said everyone will have their own messengers. Everyone will have their own YouTubes. Every community. So I absolutely agree. Now there will be hundreds of different, thousands of different messengers, but that will inevitably lead to just a tool for you to build your own messenger, and use it. Like Telegram is pretty cool, right? iMessage is pretty cool, but it still limits you to kind of general. Um, yeah, it's just limits you to general view. So there will be something that just for, like, say, 10 people, 50 people, whatever. It's coming. Apps in general, like apps is very close to that. Like right now, I can publish in my app on App Store, and that'll be my messenger, and that'll be for just 100 people. I don't have to scale it. So the tools are already here for distribution and everything. It's kind of insane, actually. It's kind of insane. So let's talk a little bit of lot. I don't know. Maybe you have something to talk about. Let's let's have a little nerd hour and talk about um, Apple Keynote. I found it very interesting. I mean, you have to go through bullshit, of course, but just the way they present things is very telling on where they're moving and where they see society is moving. I always see it as a glimpse of society of the future. It's crazy. Um, a more closed chat app. Yeah, just many of them. Just many of them. Exactly. Type X. Any thoughts on WWDC? I liked it a lot. I really liked it because it's Apple still showing how great they are. And say what you want, say what you will, but it's the best product on the planet, period. There's no question about it. The complexity, the system behind it, the history of this fucking hello here, you know what I mean? Everything here is, it goes deep, 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 and they managed to do it, to keep it up every time. And it's like for billions of people. Mind blowing. Like we can't do like this level of perfection sometimes for 10 people, and we have all the time on the planet and everything, and they're doing this for billions of people. It's mind blowing to me. Just understanding how complex that system is and how much you have to put to even make this animation on the screen. I'm I'm beyond words each time. And they managed to, they actually, what I love about this, they have system inside the company, you can tell, that compete with the company itself. Like whatever they take Android stuff, who cares? Like they take thing that works, and Android stole the whole thing anyway. So just the organizational part of it, like design is second, but the organization part of it is mind blowing. You have to align hardware, software, design, communications, the community of developers, the business community, business developers, all this like network shit, 5G and everything. Governments, China, Russia, you have to align all that and push this update. Just like no big deal. Insane to me. Absolutely insane. And you can say they have a lot of money, but everyone have a lot of money. Like how many companies, the corporations out there have a lot of money, and they're not even close to this, you know? So I just have to say words of appreciation because to me, that's the North Star of just quality that human beings can achieve. Living on this planet, like you can get here, I'm inspired. It'd be really cool if Facebook has to split up antitrust because of antitrust and they open the data profiles to be used in data and profiles to be used in third-party apps that will unleash those mini messaging ecosystems. Yeah, or any company, right? Whoever. What about new icons? Typed X. I'm glad you asked because I have opinion about that as well. I was thinking about it. No one asked me, but you asked. Thank you for that. So I think it's also genius, and where I can find it. I think it's genius because hold on. I think it's genius because combined. They combined no more of this like stupid design conversations. I don't even know the terms. Like who cares? So what they did, they combined the history, and that's what they said on the presentation. But they combined the history of the Apple original, make it easy for everyone to use those uh, candy realistic icons, and they mix them with just the scalable system, right? The flat design. I love it. I love it. I like how they did Siri also. Hold on. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of shit here. I'm just as let's say as a snob, definitely a lot of shit. But look at it from the different perspective. It's insane. I like how they did Siri. Beautiful. Siri, yeah. This is just it's like floating on top with the shadow. Love it. It's you have the not even a flat design, but some like hologram design with the shadow. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. What do you think about new icons tactics? You think how AI changed the game and design? You have your own in the lot. I don't know. I don't think it's changed at all. I think it's a buzzword. AI means automated algorithms at this point. At future point, AI means a machine creates its own algorithms. Design is not an algorithm. Design is creating a problem that is not there and solving it, creating rules for that problem. And that's a very human thing to do. So I think what we have with our ambition with machine learning and AI is to optimize data that comes from the products. So humans create product, and then to analyze all that data that comes from product usage, we use AI, and that's already happening for like advertisement optimization and like basically for revenue. Like Airbnb use AI to optimize their speed of loading, whatever. So they use it for optimization. But I don't know anyone who use artificial intelligence or machine learning or algorithms for optimizing feedback for the usability of the product, not for optimization. And usability, I mean, not just easy and fast to use, but make it more emotional, make it add more love there, understand what's missing in terms of emotion and feeling behind the product. And then you have second part, which is hardware and physical products. And I don't think anyone use those systems for hardware. We don't use it either because we don't build it yet, but that's the ambition. You use something, a spoon, and we get feedback from how you use the spoon, and then we optimize it. Not optimize it, we make it better um, for you probably, just personally, or for people like you. The group, like the bucket of people like you. That's how I see it. I see. Don't like them right now because they all different and don't like new shape, but it's necessary because they should combine it with iOS. Unnecessary. Well, once again, for me, I look at it as insane mess of organization, and somehow they managed to pull it through. Because imagine there's like messengers team, and they have their own like say marketing department, and they say no, we need this and this, and people asking for this, and then somehow they need to mix all those departments. Like every app is a separate department with probably thousands of people. And I mean, I can't even understand how you manage this part. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, but I think it will be a cool tool though. It will be available in many years. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. But once again, it's not going to be more than a better Photoshop, or a better camera, for example. Like it's still going to be a tool for you to create. I really don't think that if you're really talking about real design, I don't think that human part goes away because you design for humans. And right now it's like we spend so much time on the tools, not on actual design. You know, you would limit your design by Photoshop. You would limit your design by Sketch. You would limit your design by After Effects. You would limit your design by Apple Computer or by uploading speed of the internet. But once those limits goes away, so the tools become really like physical world, like you can do anything. And then you can do anything with those tools. No limits, like no limits in size and speed. It still goes back to you. It's like video. There's no way that video will be just generated or music. There's already it is already possible to generate music. There was this crazy thing. I mean, I won't show it because they probably will pull the video out. But there was video of Travis Scott artificial intelligence track. You can Google it, and it sounds like Travis Scott, but it's not because the energy is missing, and that's the whole thing. I think no matter how deep this technology goes, the love part, the energy part, you can't fake this. It's impossible to just, even if they do like a perfect website, or the perfect app, there is no that secret human part there, which is, I don't know how to call it, love, soul, energy, pain, who knows? It's not hitting. And the simple example of that, processed food with cooked food. You can try back to back food from good restaurant, and then you can try a food that someone who really loves you, you know, your partner, your mom, your father cooked for you. You will feel the difference because it comes from the hands, from the energy. It is real, the energy is real. It's not just um, yeah, it's not just a gimmick. So you can make food on the machine already. You can make that food optimized already, and it will be tasty even, and you won't die, and you would maybe want more of that. But it's nothing compared to a cooked meal from a loved one. So that's my answer. So yeah, to me, it's like to look beyond buzzwords is just doesn't matter. It's just tools. It's just tools. Computer is just tool. Like, of course, it's changed everything, but compare this machine to 20 years ago, there's no difference in output. I'm drinking my favorite beer in Russia. It's not beer though. It's it's like honey beer. Hi Adele. Right. You encouraged me to listen to more music. Let's do it. It was here. Check, 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 check. Um, Hi Max, typed X. We need Turing experiment based on Travis Scott tracks. I agree. Or food. Igor, don't you think that real revolutionary things are always universal and directed to the big masses, and you need to appeal to all the people by you be used by regular user to become great and divine? In these terms, where is Lord in the world? I mean, you're still in touch with the real world, people, their desires and limits. How do you feel about scale as an opportunity for real influence? I love this because I have a quick story to tell you about this one. First of all, of course, Apple is the example of that. Like to really, really enhance, change the humanity, to make everyone think different, you need mass appeal. You need it to generate billions of dollars and push this agenda. There's no other way because otherwise they're going to kill you. But my favorite answer is from Kanye. One day we were walking in Calabasas towards Starbucks, and I asked Kanye, I said, what do you think about local manufacturing and um, small batches, small quantities, just something? He's like, no, everything has to be mass market. And I'm like, why? And he says, because I love the one most mass manufactured product of all times. I asked, what's that? He said, human being. That's the answer. So yeah, we absolutely. That's why we're pushing this thing so hard. We're building this product. We're not just talking. We're building this product to make it work for people. We make it. We want to make it useful, not some kind of gimmick, not something just to play. That's why we started from the most basic stuff, like socks and self-care and toothbrush, because that's something that every human being on the planet will use or have to use. So that's exactly the vision. You know, we could have created art, we could have created like write a book or something, but or make a movie, like some art piece. But no, that's why we go doing this reroute, kind of big reroute to go directly to the source, to make these basic products because that's the mass market opportunity, and we have to transfer this energy and to transfer this vision. We need to use um mass market, and even the kind of the goal, the motto is we want to build a product that will be used by billions of people. That's it. That's the goal. And of course, now you have other terms to that. Like it has to be, like you can make this one product think different. The product of Apple is think different. It's a thought, and they use that thought as a meta level, and then they use products to distribute that through utility, through um, yeah, that's useful products for everyone. But the goal is not to make useful products. The goal is to change, rewire people, and they doing it successfully. So of course we want to do the same. And what else on the subject? Yeah, that's why it's so hard to make it. You know, I want to say that, but you have to start from other place, and to me, it's kind of mind blowing that people are not talking about this. That now Apple is for everybody, for every single person on earth. Everyone can use it. But it starts from a tool for graphic designers. You know, it starts from them making publishing machines for graphic designers. Of course, they didn't call them graphic designers. They called them magazine publishers and desktop publishers. But basically, the the computer science history is that they would put so much effort into this interface and fonts and design because it was they targeted graphic designers at the beginning and designers and engineers and creative people. Internet was created on next computer. So every now you go to that's how you know that VC is like not for real because they ask you the stupid questions, what is your market, all this bullshit. But Apple did their first machine for graphic designers. Try at a meeting and say, we're building this for graphic designers, but this is going to be a multi-billion company. No one will believe you because they don't know the history. So what we're doing with Lot is we're targeting people like you guys, like us, creatives, very niche creatives, very niche professionals, beyond the label of graphic design or developer, just or artist. It's the crazy people of the internet. That's who we're targeting, like creative, crazy, young professionals, not maybe young professionals, but people who know a lot and they choose to go different direction. It's a very niche audience. Maybe there are 100 people, maybe hundreds, maybe thousands, maybe just 16, here on chat. Who knows? It doesn't matter because if we make product that we can use every day, just these 16 people, you can scale this to 16 million people. It's a fact. So yeah, we absolutely want to copy not the products of Apple, but the process of Apple. And again, I'm not sure why not everyone doing this because everyone trying to copy products, not the process. And the process is to make a high quality, extremely high quality, artful, beautiful, niche product, make it functional, and make sure that people, those high demand professionals, once again, graphic designers or engineers, can use it daily, and then it will scale itself. So to me, it's a very simple strategy, and we're just following it. And we're not trying to do art project. We're not trying to do it for like to be different and unique. No, the goal is to make a product that billions of people will use every day. That's it. So thank you for a great question. Sure. I love it too. Yeah, that's a good. I mean, I was surprised by this beer. It's really the whole lineup is kind of crazy. They have all kind of beers and the best I've tried in a long time, worldwide. Why do you think Microsoft gave up with their old design? Eventually, Apple took it as a basis, but actually did the same. I don't think Apple. No, Ilya. Apple did design. Microsoft stole from them. It's other way around. Apple did that design. They wasn't able. It's very similar story to us. I mean, no, I mean, of course, we're a different scale. Like I'm humble, I understand, but in the micro level, it's the same story. We have product, we can scale it at this point because time is not right. Other people come in, taking it apart and scaling it on their own agenda. So that's what Microsoft did. Like, cool product, bro, took that and just scaled it for millions of people by creating that open source, open platform like Android. So Android tried the same shit as Microsoft did, and they succeed. But this time Apple was prepared. Orange, I love Metro UI. Yeah, Metro UI was good, no question. Let's Google it. Metro UI was good. But once again, imagine if they do the whole thing with like they really go uncompromised with hardware and make it like square, like perfect square, perfect, you know, like that would be a great that would be great challenge for Apple. But they're not going all the way. It is a beautiful UI. I agree. Adele, but the mass production of human beings is probably one of the most efficient and sustainable processes mechanism we know. Well, we still eat meat. We kill other people. I'm not sure. We kill other people to survive. We kill babies. I'm not sure if it's that sustainable, to be honest. And who knows, would it be possible to scale this to this level without killing other people, wars, um, all kind of stuff. So I think it's a very double sword question. It seems sustainable compared to plastic, but plastic have no soul and no energy inside, and humans have that, and we still kill them. So even taking a human being and putting them to school, to me, that's not efficient. I mean, that's super efficient, but that's not sustainable. You're killing the soul of people. That's extremely efficient, absolutely not sustainable. Hard thing to save spirit while you scale. Do you think it's possible in absolute? Yeah, Apple, absolutely. Apple doing this, like, that's exactly what I'm saying. Despite artificial intelligence, all this code, all this kind of shit, they still manage to add love there. It's human emotion here. Like it's not. It uses all best technologies on the planet Earth that we don't even see yet because it's so advanced. And yet there's a lot of opinion and love in this product. So to me, yeah, it is possible looking at Apple. It is possible looking at Kanye, but it's the ultimate goal and it's the hardest part. Apple, think different. What is lot? Well, that's a good question. That's what we're working on. That's why we're keeping it open so we can come up with the ultimate. Because to me, the product of lot is not like a tangible thing that we can understand. It's not a pair of socks. It's not, the system of modules. It's not physical products. It's not even Arc. To me, lot product is exactly that. It's a thought, you know, and that thought is years in making. Like, who knows? Maybe we'll only get to this in 10 years. Maybe never. It will take time. Orange, so much focus on the pointing at the moon that the moon itself, than the moon itself. I guess so. Max, it is something like capitalist religion. 100%, because capitalism is a result of evolution. And what can you do? You can only use it. Like, we can't just say no to it, because everything that we use, this internet, this YouTube, Everything I'm typing on capitalism, like I'm speaking through capitalism. I'm not sure if it will be possible to get here without that system, like killing people and all that shit that happened. So we just need to make next version of that somehow collectively. Microsoft did a Square phone once, very out there for the time. Do you have a link or name, Orange? I'm curious to see it. Oh, Keen One. Let's let's check. This looks cool. Did you see some Apple rumors? They working on the similar phone. Maybe. That's so crazy, though. That's really crazy. See, beautiful product, but something is missing here. It's not just about hardware or even software. It's the whole thing. You have to have a right organization behind it. Even if you do the great industrial design, you need to have a right company. That's the hardest part. This is so cool though. This is so cool. Windows Phone. I meant more, Adele. I meant more in terms of what it takes to run two human bodies and their reproductive system. But I also understand, yeah, understand what Kanye was saying. No, of course, it is simple to create human, but then next, in a way, it can say it is easy to mold the plastic, but recycling of the plastic and usage of the plastic and the need of the plastic is different. So, are you eating meat? Why? Because I am, I wanted to say I'm poor. That's kind of the answer, actually. Yeah. If Apple is think different, then Lotus do different because he will die. Kind of. I hope that one day, I mean, you see, think different is the same to say unplug, but it's just such an elegant way to say it. It's very kind way. It's not like Lord is very aggressive in a way. I guess because we got to this point. But think different is very kind way to say unplug or resist. It's very nice. More real buttons for the people. Maybe. Right, let's talk about um, Monday. So, if you are a user, you log in to your Me page and you have this prompt. It says, for our upcoming user meetup on Monday, June 29, we're curious what's on your mind. Ask a question using the last prompt. Got it. So, using this form, you can ask a question that you want to be addressed during Monday meetup. What are we going to do on Monday? On Monday, um, we invited all our users face-to-face user meetup. So this one is user meetup, but this is one way. You talk to me, you see my face, I don't see your face. On Monday, there will be Google Hangout, with capacity of 250 people. We're not sure how many people will come, but we have room for 250 people in one Google Meet. Every user received a link for invitation link for the Google Hangout. Please don't share it with others. It's only for the users. And during that user meetup, we're supposed to do this live. I mean, we're supposed to do this offline. In we're supposed to do this offline in London on Monday, but we can't because of pandemic. We can't fly. The world is different. World is different. But we decided to still do the same um, meetup, and I really know that a lot of users are supposed to fly there. They wanted to fly to London to meet us there. So we decided that we have to keep our promise and do this user meetup anyway. So in a way, it's going to be like face to face, human to human, real meetup. And uh, once again, if you're a user, you can ask a question through the form that also goes here on this document, or you can just go to the document. We sent you a link and ask uh, ask a question here. All questions will be addressed during that meetup. We will have 2 hours of conversation, and then last hour, the last hours of the meetup, we'll have Oblist playing live music, especially for us. There'll be some live sets and performances. So yeah, and we're going to stream this to YouTube anyway. So if you're not user, you will be able to watch this. Go to YouTube, set a reminder, and Monday, 10 a.m. Los Angeles, 8 a.m. Moscow, you will be notified, um, and you can just watch us talking and users talking on YouTube. We're going to stream the entire meetup on YouTube. If you're a user, join the Google Meet link and participate live in the meetup. And we have some rules. So, I mean, how you do this if there's like say 50 people there, So we decided to kind of everyone by default on mute on their microphones, and then if your question is here, we're going to talk to you, and one of the lot support team will talking to you. Depends on the question. So we not have like everyone talking in the same time. It's going to be more or less organized. If that worked, we're going to do this regularly every month. We'll see. So our um, our offline user meetups always great, and I really miss them because that's kind of we did one in. I mean, we did 2 or 3 in Los Angeles. We did one in Moscow, Amsterdam. Uh, we tried to do a few in other countries, but it was it's a great experience. So we want to do the same thing in online. It will be nice to see everyone. It will be nice to meet everyone in person and see your faces. So please use this opportunity. It's a great moment. So we'll listen to some music. We sent a drink recipe. Shout out to Matthias for creating a drink and snack. So we all will have same drink, same snack. So it's like a party, but separate. And even this pandemic is kind of slowing down. I mean, pandemic is still there, I guess, but lockdown is slowing down. There's no way we can meet at this point. So it'll be fun. Yo, that's a great Type X. That's a great moment. It is actually WWDC week, right? I mean, almost. So it is like WWDC Labs. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's cool. What else? Some music. It's funny. I was listening Vintage Nike before he went to jail. I mean, no shame. It's just Russia. It was some weed shit, unfair. But Vintage Nike is OG, 100% for real. I remember him for a long time ago. So definitely was listening to him every day, like daily for months and months. And I think the jail time was a little, but the point being is like he is real OG, all the way. I remember that's why I was scrolling down because I was looking for like 10-year-old, you know, tracks. I remember this very well. Shout out to Vintage Nike. What is your role in LOT? I'm responsible for vision, creative direction. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's try to find this one.
У тебя такие глаза.
Se te pido un aplauso para él, caballero. Esta canción tiene más de 100,000 visitas en SoundCloud. Espero que les guste, se llama You Knew Before. You are the sky, I love you more. You are the sky, I love you more. I'm gonna leave you at the shore. I'm gonna leave you at the shore. I understand you knew before.
I'm not sure if that was the one that you requested. What else? What else? Thank you for your questions. That was very, very cool, actually. It's it was refreshing to hear for myself, at least. It's very hard to remind yourself daily on what you're actually doing. So to me, these sessions are extremely, extremely helpful because it's another reminder of like, right, that's what we're doing, that's where we're going, and um, don't get me wrong, like we need critique and challenges, and there's just there's difference between. I love support in the chat always, but I'm just saying don't be shy to say what you don't like about lot or you know me or the vibe. I think there's a difference between in any relationship. There's a people who would push you down even without saying anything bad. They just by their energy and their approach, they're just like, and you can't grow. You're afraid of yourself. You're afraid waking up next morning. Like that's so crazy. And then there are relationships in general, love, uh, work, where um, even critique is presented to you out of love, and people challenge you and really help you to navigate. But you can tell, even sometimes they would say like, no, that's not correct. But it comes from such a pure place, then you don't afraid. You're like, yeah, thank you, that's not correct, no problem. But every time um, that same critique comes from bad place, even if they're saying something small, you're like, no, just because you can feel that it comes from different place and it comes from personal agenda, not to actually help you. That's I struggle with this myself, unfortunately, and that's extremely hard. And the people who can do this are the best. And so I feel the same about this chat. To me, um, everyone very supportive, and I know that even if you say or when you say a critique or challenge, that will come from a good place. So really appreciate you guys. Oh, I see. This one.
I'm gonna leave you at the show. Okay. You are the sky, I love you more. You are the sky, I love you more. I'm gonna leave you at the shore. I'm gonna leave you at the shore. I understand you knew before. I understand you knew before. Give me the key, open the door. Give me the key, open the door. You are the sky, I love you more. I'm gonna leave you at the shore. I understand you knew before. Give me the key, open the door. You are the sky, I love you more. I'm gonna leave you at the shore. I understand you knew before. Give me the key, open the door. I'm gonna leave.
I don't know. It's probably not the one, but still cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Saint Pablo. Which audience option is more sustainable to load products, mass market audience or creatives? Yeah, we just talked about this. Mass market, but through creatives. You know, mass market eventually in like 10 years, maybe 20 years, maybe 40 years, who knows? We find to go all the way. It's what else to do in this life anyway, you know? What else? Is there anything else to do than just going with this mission to make it everywhere? So it's available everywhere to make it understandable for everyone, polish it so everyone gets it, polish it so we get it 100%. There's nothing else to do, at least for me. I can't think of anything else. I can't, honestly, I tried, I tried, I really tried other lives. It's funny because it's not funny at all. I really tried other lives, guys, and I can do nothing else. It's some kind of dev's moment, from the show. You know, like, trust me, sometimes I would just be like, please let me go. Can I just be? No, there's something about it, so we have to go. And yeah, first it comes from it. First we have to touch people who get it without trying to appeal to mass market. It's impossible anyway, and it's pointless. So first we need to appeal to first 10 people, 20 people, 100 people, make them 100% on board, make the product that they can use. You know, well, even shit, make the product that we can use every day. This team of people, make this sync page so good that we would use it every day and nothing else. Make it so we can't use anything else than this. And what's missing here is for us to go here every single day. What's missing here for us to use it every day, not because we're building it and we're testing it, but because there's no other way. That's the best product for us. And I feel like the moment we achieve this, then we can start thinking about other people and scale it. And I'm almost sure that the moment it will be like we just build this, it's the most beautiful tool for us. It's the tool for reflection. It's a tool for keeping a diary. It's a tool for me to connect with other like-minded people and other things. Of course, it's a tool for me to receive those products. It's a tool for me to rent or use Arc eventually. But it starts small. Like we need to build features and things on this platform on Lot that I cannot live without. Like let's put it this way: music, I can't live without the Lot music. Streams, community, I can't live without. So that's why we open up community first and make this thing a product, kind of like making ourselves, you guys, as a product. Like we are a product of this first. That's the beginning. Because I really can't live without this. I can't talk to other people. So, and then we push it further and to other features and other digital tool features and physical features. But I feel like the moment we did that, then we can be like, right, let's scale it to, you know, bigger audience. So that's how I see it. Hey, Oli, just was remembering you looking at this document. Thank you for the question. This question is amazing. I won't talk about this. We will talk about it on Monday. Hopefully, you'll be there so we can talk in person and see your face, and everyone will see your face. Please join. Because this is meant to be conversation, not just one way answer. Amazing. Yeah, that would be crazy. Shout out to Matthias and Lara for organizing the whole thing. It was Lara really pushed. It's looks easy now, but it wasn't easy. Then we were trying to understand how to make a stream and test all that stuff. For us, those things still a challenge, and so we'll see how it goes. But it looks like everything is correct. So I mean, correct in terms of technology. It seems like it will be streamed. You'll be able to join all that stuff. So um, I'm really looking forward to this moment. Monday. Right, guys. It was it was a pleasure as always. I will go. I will go for the night. Let's listen to Homesick and goodbye. Very best. I appreciate you. I love you. See you on Monday. And also, as a reminder, there's a stream tomorrow where we can just chat and listen to some music. We use this platform now to connect, to chat with each other. There's a stream every single day. Monday, Andre. Tuesday, Matthias. Wednesday, Joe with his show Arc 1. There are guests every Wednesday. Thursday, Lara talks about lot products and beyond. Friday, Vadik. Follow us, spread the word, and thank you so much for being here. That's the all support we need really. Goodbye.